Hi everyone, this is Lisa. Welcome back to another video where we're taking a deep dive into all the different rooms in the home. So today we're going to be talking about the living room and what that represents. The living room represents your connection to the outside world, how you fit into the outside world, how the outside world sees you, and how you see the outside world, your connection with the outside world. So what to have in the living room, what not to have in the living room. Let's turn the camera around and let's have. So I have my living room. Yes, I finally got my new television cabinet, which I think looks absolutely wonderful. So it actually matches the dining table. So I think with living rooms, it's just about a matter of making sure that don't have any energy blockages kind of coming in. When you're coming into your living room, there's no couches or lounges that are blocking the way, blocking the energy flow. Also to making sure that if you have lounges and chairs, they are actually sort of talking to each other. So making sure that if you have people that come sitting in your chairs and lounges, that making sure that you are easily able to see them, talk to them, have a good conversation, things like that. Again, looking at your artwork that's on the walls, I have another print up there from Ben Brody. It's a picture of the Kimberley, part of the Kimberley with the waterfall. So the waterfalls are a representation of water, can be emotions, but it's also to do with wealth as well, especially waterfalls. So I feel like that's a very beautiful, powerful picture, which I absolutely love. And I love the orange or the burnt orange rocks that are up there, and I love the green, like the green and orange together with the white. I really, really, really love that. He does some beautiful photography. So I'm really enjoying that. And also it's good to have, if you have any pictures with water, like that's okay in the living room, but just making sure that your pictures with the water is actually in front of you. And if you have any pictures of mountains, mountain ranges, things like that, those pictures are behind you, the mountains, and give you support, and the water is kind of coming to you, coming in the front of you as well. So myself personally, I quite like things balanced. I do have 2s in my numbers as well. I do talk about having 3s in my numbers, which is about being creative, being neat and tidy, enjoying travel, being creative, being neat and tidy. But I also have a 2 as well, and 2s are about balance. So it's quite important to me that I have balance in my home. Like I have 2 selenite lamps, and I have 2 little pots there. I've got like candles and things like that. So when I'm sitting here watching the television, it's symmetrical, and like I have balance. So I have a new rug. I have really redecorated in this area. So I have a new rug that has like a pattern through it. So if you have any rugs on the floor as well, just making sure what the pattern is, making sure, I really wouldn't want a pattern that goes up, down, up, down, up, down, like zigzag kind of pattern. These ones kind of run, it's kind of like plaited and woven, and they are in lines kind of going vertical, which I quite like. I have my new lounge, which is a koala lounge, which actually is very heavy. It's quite hard to move actually, and was a bit hard to put together, but I actually really enjoying the color. It's like a pale green, and to me it's got like a bit silvery. Also too, I have 2 cushions or 4 cushions actually. I can sometimes just take some away. There's 2 cushions that actually came with the lounge, the green ones, so that's actually quite nice. And then the others I can change colors. Sometimes I might put green or pink or orange just to bringing in the colors of the picture that's up on the wall, bringing in those caramel colors, the caramels, the burnt oranges in with the green. I'm really enjoying. And I also have two little tables, little occasional tables, which I have actually had for ages, which I really like. They're terrazzo, which I really enjoy. So yes, very happy with the living room and the lounge room. So as you are kind of coming in to my living room, the energy does kind of flow straight through. I don't have anything blocking the energy. So I do have big glass sliding doors that's up there. So sometimes where you walk into my apartment is a small door. So the energy coming in is small and the energy going out is big. So sometimes having these occasional tables here in the lounge here is actually blocking some of the door, which is a good thing. So it's making sure the energy is not really rushing out. The energy is kind of flowing in around the tables and in around the lounge. It's not rushing in and rushing out. It has to sort of weave its way around. Anyway, that's what my reasoning is. So yes, so that's like the living room area, which I feel is like really, really lovely. I'm very happy with the way that's turned out. So yes, the living room represents how you see yourself in the outside world and how the outside world sees you. So mine's only quite small, but yeah, you can have a play around with your living room. You can play around with how it works, how it making sure that the lounges and chairs that you have are talking to each other. Some lounge rooms and living rooms are difficult spaces to work with because they are a funny shape, and it's just about playing with the furniture and seeing what you can create. Sometimes some living rooms are very large, like big kind of long rooms, and sometimes you can create two areas or two zones in that one space. It's just about being creative and playing with the space. And if something doesn't work, if I shift a piece of furniture or something and it doesn't work, then you just shift it back. It's no problem. But it's good to try these things. So having a look at what artwork that you have on the walls that your subconscious mind is seeing, what's that saying about you, about your blinds, about your curtains? You know, do they need replacing? Do they need cleaning? When was the last time you took the curtains down and washed them? Or etc., etc. What about your floor coverings? Really having a good look about your living room, and that's a representation of how the outside world sees you. It's nice to have a bit of color in there. Often, you know, I've always had fairly neutral lounges, and I just add color with my decorations. Like sometimes I change the colors of the candles. I'll swap them around from time to time. I'll swap the colored cushions on the lounge. Now that's quite cheap and easy, just to change the whole look of your living room by just changing the colors of your cushions. Or in the winter time, I'd have a throw on there, and I have quite a few different options to just change the look just by adding a few different colored items. So that's all from me, and I'll talk to you all again soon. Bye for now.